Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so right off the bat, we've got those Space Marine Heroes 2023 Death Guard Edition. And I've got to say, this is a really cool set right here. $64 USD for all these guys. And this is the only way to get this Malignant Plaguecaster. So if you're after the alternative sculpt, Malignant Plaguecaster for your Death Guard, this guy is awesome. We also have some pretty cool other sculpts here. If you are a Death Guard player and you've got quite a few of the Plague Marines, this is just an option for you to get some different looking guys. Pretty awesome sculpts, nice quality models. Good price in my opinion. $64 for this guy right here with all the friends is definitely a deal. Currently, the only way you can even get the original Malignant Plaguecaster is in that bundle, and I want to say it's somewhere around like 80 bucks or something like that for the 3 characters. So just an alternative way to get a hold of some nice Death Guard sculpts, but really the truth is with these guys, the main appeal is the Malignant Plaguecaster. So very, very cool. Definitely a fan. I've seen some people do some cool conversions also for like a Death Guard kill team as well. So definitely some awesome options. And I will 100% be picking these guys up. And I do want to make note as well, because some people had commented or asked about this. And it is 100% a fact that if you buy this entire box set, you will get every single model, one of each plus one duplicate. Each of these box sets contains all of the models, plus one extra at random. So if you pick up the individuals, it's going to be completely random what you get. But if you pick up the box, you will for sure get one of each model, plus one single random duplicate. And in case you don't believe me, here is specifically from Games Workshop, the same way they've always done it. You can also pick up the whole set in one go with this pack of 8 boxes, which is guaranteed to include at least one of all 7 designs. Alright, and then next we have the Warhammer Underworlds starter set. So this is the new Warhammer Underworlds starter set. It is completely self-contained. I've had quite a few people jump in the comments and answer my questions for me as well. So this does have everything you need to play the game. It is $60 USD, which for a fully self-contained game, I think is a great deal. It does come with 2 recycled warbands as far as models go. But from what I understand, they will have like new rules, abilities, etc. So the actual quality of them in game terms should go up, as they're essentially getting buffed, because we know there's like some power creep in the game. But these are the original models, who, if you like these models, they're very hard to get and have gotten quite expensive over time. I personally am not a huge fan of these specific warbands, but I can definitely understand the appeal, especially if you're out there trying to collect them all. So very cool, 60 bucks for this entire set. Alright, and then next we have a new warband for Warhammer Underworlds. Alright, and then next we have the Headsman Curse. So this is a new warband right here. Some pretty interesting sculpts and cool new models. 42 bucks for this warband and only 4 guys. And these guys are pretty cool. Definitely some nice sculpted models. Some pretty unique guys here. They're pretty neat. I like the overall aesthetic of Nighthaunt. And these definitely are some cool sculpts. I don't actually play Warhammer Underworlds, but it does seem like a lot. 42 bucks for these 4 guys here. But I suppose if you're after them for the game, you're a collector, or you just like some of these specific sculpts, I could see it. Alright, and then we have the new VoidCursed Thralls Rivals deck. So lots for Warhammer Underworlds this week. 29 bucks for the Rivals deck. And from what I understand, these are compatible with any of the warbands. So if you do have one of those older warbands that maybe doesn't have the best rules, a lot of times you can step them up and make them a little more fun or competitive with some of the new Rivals decks. And then we have from the Black Library, Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear. And this is the limited edition version right here. An awesome looking cover right there. Very cool. I like the lore behind Yndrasta. It has definitely been fun reading up on some of the stuff. Super cool model as well. Definitely a big fan of the artwork on this. I'm guessing this is going to be $65, right in line with Games Workshop's typical like lower end special edition books. Could be as high as 85. We won't find out until the day, but I'm pretty confident with the 65 number. The truth is with this one though, it's probably going to be very hard to get. The Sigmar and like fantasy stuff is far less desirable or far less popular. But the truth is, they're only doing 1,250 copies of this. Recently, we've seen quite a few of these books that are 2,500 copies sell out in seconds. So I imagine this is going to be the same type of situation. I would imagine this is going to sell out very, very quickly and be very, very difficult to get. Now, granted, it's not nearly as popular. So if you were after a copy and you don't get it directly from Games Workshop, maybe it won't be quite as painful. But if you are after this book, I would be waiting in the store ahead of time, ready to go. And if you do get a copy, count your lucky stars. It is, of course, signed by the author and numbered. Very cool, very cool. But probably going to be gone in seconds. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. So that is it for this week's pre-order prices. Definitely some cool stuff coming. If you are a Death Guard player or collector, if you've been after these models, specifically the Malignant Plaguecaster, this is a great opportunity to get a hold of one. They have been extremely rare and extremely expensive to get for the last couple of years. And this is probably going to be a fairly limited opportunity to get a hold of one, at which point in time I would imagine they're going to get rare again and be expensive again as well. So if you are after these guys, definitely would go ahead and pick them up at launch. And as far as the Underworld stuff too, good to see a new edition of the starter set coming out. Definitely happy to see that at $60. That is really cool. I'm a huge fan of the low price point entry level games. Like anything, you want to bait that hook up and get people hooked on the hobby nice and cheap. Get them excited about it, get it fun, get them building, painting, all that stuff, playing the games. And then from there, you can make your big money Games Workshop. Because the truth is, the most important thing for me is growing the hobby. So if you have those cheap entry point games, it's easy to get people to play along with you or start playing. And I think that is just absolutely wonderful. So very happy to see the new starter set coming out. Really happy to see this week essentially marks Games Workshop bringing back a bunch of expensive, hard to get minis. And honestly, I love that. Some of the scarcity, especially trying to pick up brand new stuff, has turned into like a real bummer. And oftentimes you don't realize something is going to be hard to get until after it's already too late. So for Games Workshop to bring back these extremely hard to get Death Guard heroes, and then also to bring back two very rare, very expensive warbands in the Underworld starter set for $60, I think that's definitely just a huge step in the right direction. And I hope they keep up with it. We also saw very recently that they brought back that made to order lieutenant also. And honestly, again, I really have to say the Games Workshop really appears to be paying attention, really appears to be listening. And if you haven't checked it out yet, and you're interested in the new 10th edition Warhammer 40,000, they released a battle report today as well. And in that battle report, they have left on the comments. So I think a great thing for everyone to do would be to go over to that video, watch it, leave a positive comment, and encourage Games Workshop that, hey, we want you to hear our feedback. We can keep it positive, but be critical. And maybe they will leave on some more comments in some more of their videos. And 10th edition will be sort of Games Workshop and the community turning over another leaf. It's okay to be critical. Obviously, lots of people are critical in my comment sections, and that is completely fine. But if we want to have nice things, we have to make sure to take care of them. And part of those nice things are the comment sections. So keep it cordial, keep it positive, and enjoy the battle report because I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, that is it for today. Let me know what you're most excited about. Are you going to be picking up some of these hard to get minis now that you have another opportunity to grab them up? Are you looking to start a new game like Warhammer Underworlds? Or are you holding off for the big Leviathan launch box? Always like to hear from you guys down in the comment section. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15% on your Games Workshop goodies. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.